All right, Patty, thanks for agreeing to do this video with me today. Thank you for agreeing to do that. And so we're going to do some processing today. We have previously talked about your target sequence plan and all that. But before we get started, is there anything we need to do to secure your space?
No, I feel pretty comfortable.
All right, cool. Okay, so let's get into it. So for your target sequence plan, you have identified a target that you would like to work on. And so what target is it that you want to work on today?
Yeah, that in my practice, I feel like I'm constantly doing things. And um, this morning I had to follow up with a clinician just to make sure if she did the consultation,
Okay.
if how it went. And so that constantly feels like I'm like on edge a little bit, figuring
Okay.
things
Okay.
out.
So that's what you would like to do today. And that happened this morning.
Yeah.
So the target incident is, tell me one more time. So this morning you were following up with a clinician about
Yeah.
checking in about a potential client,
Yeah.
and that didn't work out.
It did. Yeah. It didn't
Did
work
not
out.
work out. And what was the worst part of that incident for you?
That it feels like I'm always doing all of these things to get new clients and then, nothing happens.
Yeah. So in this situation, kind of when you followed up with her, feeling like you were trying to do some things to get it going, and then for her to tell you, nope, it didn't work out. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. What's the negative cognition that you have as a result of this?
I'm overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed. Okay. And then the adaptive cognition, the positive cognition is
That I can be okay regardless.
I can be okay regardless. So, Patty, as you think about that incident that happened this morning when you had the conversation with the clinician and she said it didn't work out, how true do the words "I can be okay regardless" feel to you on a scale from 1 to 7? 1 is totally false, 7 is totally true.
Like a 5.
About a 5. Okay. What emotions come up for you when you think about that incident?
I feel like anxiety, like I feel it like in my stomach. I feel stress, frustration.
Okay. Oh, and I forgot to mention when you think about that incident and the negative cognition, I'm overwhelmed. So you feel, share again?
Yeah, I feel like tension in my stomach. I feel like a
In your
pit in my
stomach?
stomach.
Okay.
Um, and I feel frustration and
Okay.
stress
All right.
and disappointment.
Okay. So you feel tension in your stomach, frustration, stress, disappointment. Anything else?
No.
Okay. On a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is no disturbance, 10 is the highest, how disturbing is it for you right now to think about that incident?
Like a 6.5.
6.5. All right. So I want you to scan your body from head to toe and share with me any negative emotions that you're feeling, negative sensations and things.
Yeah, like in my stomach, I feel like I have like a pit in my stomach. That's like mainly where I feel it right now.
The pit of your stomach.
Uh-huh. Like
Okay.
it just feels uncomfortable.
Okay. The pit of stomach. All right. Anywhere else?
Maybe like my chest a little bit as well.
Okay. Pit of stomach, chest. Okay. All right. And the incident was today. So we got that. All right.
Mm.
So you've agreed to do EMDR with me. Before we get started, I want to check in and make sure we have a stop signal should we need to stop. What is your stop signal? How would you let me know?
I'll say stop.
You'll say stop. I would also like to incorporate, if we can, some type of hand signal or some type, so I'll know for sure. Is there something you could do? It could be thumbs down, this, whatever. What is
I'll do
something
one of these.
you'll
I'll
do?
use
Okay, so if you do like that, we're stopping. Also, should we need to, I want to check in and see, do you have a container?
yes.
Okay, what is your container?
It is this little area in my front yard where it's like really calming, and every time I think about it, I could feel like I could just put things in there
Okay.
and
Is there a
better.
keyword for it that we can use?
Um, we're gonna call it front space, front yard.
Front space. Okay. So that's your container. And then a peaceful place. Is there like a peaceful calm place that should we need to use it in processing? Is there something that we could use for that?
Yeah, the beach, like when it's like at sunset and
All
it's
right.
a lot calmer, nobody's really there.
Okay. And is there a keyword for that?
Um, happy space.
Happy space. All right. So we've got your stop signal. If you do that, we're stopping. You'll say stop and you use your signal. For your container, we've got front space, which is in the front yard area there where you can kind of put things. And then for your calming, peaceful place, we have happy space or happy place. I'll make sure I
Place,
got it.
place.
Happy place. So if we need to, we have that, and that is related to the beach. Okay. Any questions or concerns before we get started? Anything you would like to ask me?
No.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do, Patty, is I would like for you to focus on the incident that occurred earlier today when you had talked to your colleague about the situation and she let you know that it didn't quite work out with the client. I want you to focus on that and the negative belief of I'm overwhelmed. Okay. Where you feel that in your body. And then we're going to tap. We're going to be doing some rapid tapping. Okay. Let's go. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. What do you notice now?
I just feel frustrated.
Okay, go with that. Stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. What do you notice now?
I'm noticing, well, I'm thinking that it almost feels like I need to do everything
Mm,
for things to get done.
okay, go with that. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. What do you notice now?
I'm kind of blaming myself now because I'm feeling like maybe I need to do more training and do more development.
Okay,
So it's me.
go with that. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. When you think about that incident, what do you notice now?
I know she's doing the right things and I need to just trust the process, I guess.
Go with that. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. When you think about the incident, what do you notice now?
Um, I'm feeling a little bit better about it. Um, just reminding myself that I'm doing all the right things. I'm giving information, and I know she is too.
Okay, go with that. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. When you think about the incident, what do you notice now?
It feels a little farther, like I can't really I feel like disconnected from it.
Ah, okay. So when you think about that incident, on the scale from when you think about the incident that happened this morning and you're checking in with her and she's telling you that the client situation didn't quite work out as you'd hoped. How much does it bother you to think about that now on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is no disturbance, 10 is the highest?
I would say probably like a 3.
About a 3. Okay. What makes it a 3?
That I just have to like trust that we're doing all the right things, that I'm doing the right things, and I know that she's very competent, and I need to
Okay.
remember that.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's better for those reasons, but something is left. Is it still about a 3 left? So what still keeps it at a 3 versus a 0? It still sounds like there's still some left.
Yeah, that I always kind of have in the back of my head, like if I were to just do it, would it be different?
Would have been different. Okay. So where do you feel that in your body as you scan your body right now? Think about that sense of overwhelm. Where do you feel that in your body?
In my stomach.
In your stomach? Anywhere else?
I feel like there's some like shallow breathing. So
Shallow breathing. And what does it feel like in your stomach? What are you feeling?
it feels like sucker punched.
Okay. So I want you to focus on that chest feeling, that stomach, that sense of overwhelm, and that sense of that 3 that's still left. I want you to focus on it and go with that. All right, stop, take a deep breath, let it out. When you think about that incident, how much does it bother you to think about it now? 0 is no disturbance, 10 is the highest.
I think I went down to like a 2.
So 2, go with that. Stop, take a deep breath, let it out. When you think about that incident, how much does it bother you to think about it now? 0 is no disturbance, 10 is the highest.
I think it's like at a 1 right now.
1. Okay, go with that. All right, stop, take a deep breath, let it out. When you think about that incident, how much does it bother you to think about it now? 0 is no disturbance, 10 is the highest.
I think I'm at a 0.
Is that a 0? Okay. When you think about that incident, has anything shifted or changed?
Yeah, like actually like in breathing into like my stomach, it feels lighter. I
Okay.
don't feel like that. Earlier it felt like sucker punch,
Uh-huh.
like tension in my stomach. I don't know how to
Mhm.
describe it. And right now it doesn't feel like that anymore.
Okay. Go with that. All right, stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Again, when you think about that incident, how much does it bother you to think about it? 0 is no disturbance, and 10 is the highest.
Yeah, it doesn't feel disturbing right now.
It's still a 0?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sounds like you shifted over to the positive. So let's transition over into the positive. So now what I'd like you to do, Patty, is I want you to think about that incident. Okay. And this time I want you to think about that positive belief. I believe you picked I'm okay as I am.
I can be
Okay.
okay regardless.
I can be okay regardless. So as you think about that and that positive belief, I can be okay regardless. How true does that positively feel to you now on a scale from 1 to 7, where 1 is totally false and 7 is totally true?
It feels true. It feels like a 7.
Feels like a 7? Okay, go with
Mhm.
that. All right, stop, take a deep breath, let it out. Once again, when you think about that incident and that positive belief, I can be okay regardless, how true does that positively feel to you on a scale from 1 to 7? 1 is totally false, 7 is totally true.
It feels true. Like I can't really picture the
Okay,
target anymore.
okay, it's still a 7?
Mhm.
All right. So now what I'd like for you to do, Patty, is I want you to think about that incident once again. As you're thinking about talking to your colleague and they're sharing that, didn't quite work out with this client. And this time I want you to think about that positive belief, I can be okay regardless. And I want you to scan your body from head to toe and report any sensations you're feeling. All
Feel okay. I don't feel like earlier my stomach was very like I could
Mhm.
really feel it, and right now I can't.
Okay.
Even my chest,
With some
I feel
chest
like
stuff.
I'm breathing
Okay.
normally.
That's gone.
Yeah, like the anxiety or the stress that I was experiencing isn't, I don't
Okay.
feel it right now.
All right. All right. Well, I just let's just kind of give it one set to make sure things are cleared up. So once you think about that positive belief and just that sense of I can be okay regardless, and think about that incident and go with that. All right. Stop. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Again, I want you to scan your body from head to toe, thinking about the incident and that positive belief, and report any sensations you're feeling.
I feel like neutral.
Feel like neutral,
There's
calm.
this like underlying message of like, I know I'm doing the right things.
Okay. All
And
right.
so that's kind of what's changing things.
Awesome. Okay. So let's transition now. So I want to let you know, Patty, you've done some great work today. Processing will continue. You may have some weird thoughts and dreams, that sort of thing. But should I would like for you to use your skills if you need to. You've got your container, you've got that, right, which is the front space, and you've got your calm, peaceful place, which is the happy place, the beach, should you need to. But if those things aren't working, you can always reach back out to me via text, email. You can reach back out and I'll try to get you in sooner. Okay. Also, before we close out, is there anything that you would like to put in your container at this time? Is there anything that
Uh,
you need to put in that container?
um, no, I think like related to this, it feels okay.
Okay. All right. Do
Trusting
you
the process.
just trust in the process? Do you feel like that at this time that you would need to use your calm place? Do you feel like we need to do that at this time, or how are
I
you
can
feeling?
use it for a couple seconds.
Okay, go ahead. Let's just tap that in. Think about going to that calm, peaceful place, the beach at sunset. Kind of really get in the feel of that. And then if you like, you can tap it in if it's a good feeling. All right, awesome. Any questions for me? Any questions or anything you'd like to?
No, I feel really good right now.
Yeah, you look really relaxed. Thank you for agreeing to do this with me. Before I have the audience share if any questions that they have, I just want to check in for you. Appreciate you agreeing to do this as a coach for me. What was this like for you? We didn't plan this or anything. We just kind of did it, just kind of came up with it. And you're obviously an EMDR trained therapist, consultant. What was this like for you doing this virtually? What was this like?
Um, yeah, like I've done EMDR before and I do it like every day, it feels like with my clients. And so I just right now I'm just remembering like just how healing it really is. And
Yes.
overall though, just like being here with you, I feel really comfortable with you. And
Okay.
so I think you made it really easy to just kind of
Yeah.
get into it.
Yes.
And it's nice that it was really easy to just kind of like step away from the memory
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
remind myself that um, there's a lot of things that I am doing that are, and I think that's what really helped decrease the SUD.
Yeah, yeah. And I could totally like even I know sometimes people say virtually it's no, you don't get the same sense. I can totally feel the vibe. You look quite relaxed. I feel that. I feel that even through the computer. And I know you do virtual therapy, so I'm sure you definitely know, and I do it as well. But I can totally just feel the vibe. You feel quite, it seems like you're more relaxed, you're smiling versus before
Yeah.
you're kind of like, thinking
Yeah.
about things. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you agreeing to do this. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording at